inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here in KC as their beloved Chiefs took the field, and they are set to match up with the Los Angeles Chargers. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
From the 30 on 2nd down, Mahomes. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It's Christian Covington who notches the sack there. Well, we were wondering what they would do defensively to disrupt Patrick Mahomes. Sacking him on the first drive, that's a really good way to set a tone.
The last thing you want to do is let him get established in the pocket where he can set his feet and throw wherever he wants to. Even though he does it well on the run and on the move, you definitely want to get him off the spot in the pocket.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Here's Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So for the Chargers, you know, it's their first meeting this year against the AFC champs. And these two division rivals, they go back to the AFL days. But this, Charles, kind of a measuring stick game, you feel like, for a young Chargers team.
It certainly is, because when you match up with Kansas City, who has dominated in recent years, and feels like they'll continue to dominate for the foreseeable future, you've got to have a reason for optimism. And this team, under new management with a new head coach, and they feel like they've made some great strides in free agency in the draft. They feel like they can go ahead and start pursuing Kansas City once again.
And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. We're scoreless after one.
That's the end of the first quarter with no score.
The Charger drive about to get going. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
Sliding out of the pocket. He's airing it out for Williams. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Many times when a play breaks down and the quarterback's moving around outside of the pocket, you're thinking just get rid of something short. But a lot of guys are coached, think deep, take the big shot, hoping someone can get lost behind the secondary. They weren't able to connect on that one.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Austin Eckler got hurt last year, missed 6 games, but still finished with 54 catches, the 5th most by a running back in the NFL. But remember this, 2019, 92 catches. This guy's a definite threat out of the backfield.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert, he'll get this out wide to Eckler. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Defensively, they must have been expecting a pass. They were in the dime look out there.
I think maybe they were deciding to go with speed on the field rather than bulk. I'm with you, a little bit surprising. They wanted people getting to the ball as fast as possible. The lighter shift to your defensive backs allow you that opportunity.
And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. Eckler again. And Eckler will not get there. Great defense at the point of attack, going to stop him short of the first down. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Turn to the power game to try to get in. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. They tried to let the fullback pound it in between the tackles, but he stopped up short. And the ball's going to be going back to the Chiefs. Here's Ed. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
They were just trying to get their offense a little more room down near their own goal line, but this is just going to make things worse.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary. That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. Here's Mahomes to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Here's Tommy Townsend now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Fighting his way through contact. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Charger drive about to get going. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. On 2nd and 2, Herbert. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
Good play there by Frank Clark. Only 6 sacks in 2020, the fewest since his rookie year of 2015. But don't let that small number fool you. Provides consistent pressure against quarterbacks. A Pro Bowler the last 2 seasons.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. So plenty of action on the field, but no action right now on the scoreboard, at least as of yet. 0-0 is our score. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, after a rare scoreless first half, these teams now just looking for something as the second half gets underway. Joe Reed returning. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight, maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the third quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game.
On second down, Eckler. This will go for 5 up to the 33.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Dumps it off for Spiller. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game. I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
1st and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Flushed out right. The 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It's a big play there for the Chiefs.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your...
And he's caught! Touchdown, Kansas City! Travis Kelce, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Chiefs have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the third. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the two-point try. And here's Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get in. And they take an 8-7 lead. They didn't want the tie. They roll the dice and they take the lead.
That felt like a tone setter, didn't it? Forget tying the ball game and feeling like we're just hanging with you. We're going to go ahead and push it to a one-point lead, and that just changes the complexion of the whole game.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Charger drive about to get going. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. A gain of 6 there on first. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Here's Herbert. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. We're back now in KC. The Chargers on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
2nd down, back to Edwards-Helaire. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now here's Mahomes. Dancing to his left. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
All that for a 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route.
Oh, the ball is out. Edwards-Helaire lost it. And picked up by the Chargers. And some room to work. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown. And a big turning point here in the second half, Charles, after that play.
All you're trying to do is change momentum, flip things around for your team. You're just trying to take the ball away. But how about when you take it away and score? That really changes things.
So now a big play coming up as the Chargers are going to go for 2. Now Herbert following the turnover, buying time to his left. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. And, boy, things switched on a dime here. The fumble recovery for the touchdown and also a two-point try on top successful.
That feels like a momentum call. Pick it up on a fumble return, take it the other way for a touchdown. That's demoralizing for a team to have it happen against them. So the offense just says, you know something? Let's add to it. Pile on top, go for two now while their heads are down.
And he returns this to the 22. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome. 2nd and 4. Now Mahomes. Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Here's Edwards-Helaire. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 124 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Mahomes. Touchdown! That's caught. Travis Kelce with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. On the return, it's Taylor. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines?
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Running on first down, Eckler. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Herbert. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there.
And that's going to be caught. Touchdown. And they've broken our tie here in the final minute.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture? That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the 4th, but they got to feel good now. Hopkins with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Mahomes. Oh, a strip. The ball comes out and picked up by the Chargers. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
And he missed it. He missed it just wide of that left upright. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at it from the defense's perspective.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here. Coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had